This is a question I've been thinking about all my life. What if all the world's ice melted? I mean, think about it. What if a dramatic surge of climate change melted all the world's ice overnight? Would you wake up to find yourself drowning underwater? How much of your country will be submerged? This is What If, and here's what would happen if all the world's ice melted. Have you ever noticed how an ice cube melts in a glass of water that's filled to the brim? How does it change the water level? The truth is, it doesn't. Above or below the waterline, a melted ice cube replaces exactly the same volume of water. Now let's add salt to the mix. In the case of a 1 cubic inch ice cube, the water level in the glass will rise 0.03 cubic inches. Now that's a fairly small amount, right? But what if you apply this to glaciers and floating sea ice? 5.8 million square miles of our planet is covered in ice. If all of that was to melt overnight, the global sea level would rise 230 feet. All 7 continents would be partially underwater. There would be no more Miami, no London. The coast of Australia will be washed out along with 80% of its residents. And so would Venice and the Netherlands. Things wouldn't be that bad for Africa, but with the extreme heat wave that would follow, most of the continent would be uninhabitable. You think the floods would wash out humanity entirely? Well, not all of it, but whoever is left would have plenty of dangers to deal with. Because you see, all that melted ice would release carbon dioxide into the air. Given that the oxygen content in the atmosphere would remain the same, you would start choking trying to breathe the air. And you would have very little time to acclimatize to this new world. Ocean currents would change, thereby affecting the sea life. And with no time to adapt to these extreme changes, our sea creatures and polar animals would face mass extinction. The ones still alive would have to leave their home and find a new place to live. This would result in a decrease in the human food supply. A change in the sea current would also mean dramatic weather changes. Heavy rainfall would hit the deserts, and areas with significant rainfall would dry out. Wind patterns would change too. Oceanic hurricanes would occur more frequently, causing more floods. Even the smallest earthquake off the coast could devastate nearby regions, causing a massive tsunami. All of this would cause a global migration that no government would be able to deal with. The world as we know it would collapse. Luckily, all the ice can't melt overnight. But unfortunately, it is melting. Even the oldest ice core is melting, that has been storing all of Earth's climate information for 1.5 million years. If we keep adding fuel to the fire that is climate change, in only 5,000 years, the Earth will be ice-free.